Escape from Tarkov 1.0 has finally released, and the long awaited main story quests have been added to the game. I'm currently playing through Tarkov 1.0 to make my full review of the game, but there is a lot of confusion around these main quests and how to complete them. So here is the complete guide for the main quest, Blue Fire. Before we start diving into the step by step guide, there's a few things that you need to know. This quest will require you to have access to the lab's map. If you don't have access or you do not know how to unlock the lab's map, I have a full guide on the main quest tour that will show you how to unlock it. Also, this quest will require 3 keys in order to complete. Thankfully, all these keys are available for purchase on the flea market, so I would highly recommend that you save this quest for when you are able to purchase these keys to make your life a little bit easier. The keys that you will need are the Check 13 key, which, if you're looking on the flea market, it'll be labeled as the Mysterious Room Marked Key, the Russ Post Car Key, and the Labs Access Keycard. You will need the Labs Keycard every time that you attempt a Labs run for this quest, so be sure to have the ability to purchase or craft these keycards before attempting this portion of the quest. And finally, the quest actually has a reward, about halfway through depending on your choices. Most of the main quests for Tarkov 1.0 do not have a reward, but I wanted to let you know that this quest actually does, and it's a 1 million rubles if you make the same choices that I do. These quests are still very new to Tarkov, so if you encounter any glitches or any additional information that I don't cover in this video, please leave a comment down below to help the community out. Now for the step-by-step portion of this guide. This quest will not start until you pick up a specific item on the Woods map. Here's the map of Woods and the location of the item. Make your way into this camp and find the medical area, and the flyer will be on the wall for you to pick up describing an EMP blast. This item will be saved in your handbook, so you do not need to survive an extract from the raid. After you pick up the flyer, the quest will update asking you to talk to Mechanic about the EMP blast. Once you talk to Mechanic, the quest will update asking you to locate and obtain the device Fragment. For this step, you will need to go to the Check 13 marked room on Streets. Here's the map of Streets and the location of the marked room. This key is currently locked behind level 35 on the flea market, so I would not worry about completing this quest until you have the ability to purchase it or you know someone that has it. But you can always just check to see if someone else has already opened the door while you're passing through in your raid. Thankfully, my friend found it on a scav and was able to help me out and complete the quest. Follow my path to the marked room. Once you enter the room, you want to head toward the back of the room and look at this dead plant, and the quest item will be in it. The quest will update and ask you to deliver the device to Mechanic. So I believe that you actually need to survive an extract in order for this step to complete. When you hand over the device to Mechanic, he will inspect the device and suspect that Terror Group is behind it. The quest will update asking you to plant a hacking device in the server room on the lab's map. The hacking device the quest is referencing to is the special quest item that will be delivered to you in your Messenger tab. Just click on Mechanic and look for the local network hacking device and it will be there. This is also classified as special equipment, so you can put this in your special slot or your secure container so you do not have to worry about losing it until you complete this step. But if you somehow lost it, there is also a barter trade that will unlock when you complete this part of the quest, and you can buy another one from Mechanic so that way you're not soft locked out of completing the quest. So you need to go to Labs and locate the server room. As I mentioned previously, you will need a Labs keycard in order to attempt this step. If you haven't completed the tour quest line, you will need to use either the streets or the factory transit in order to access Labs. Here is a map of Labs and the location of the server room. Once you're inside the server room, locate this set of servers and the prompt should appear for you to plant the device. This will take a full minute to plant, and if you are interrupted at all, you will need to restart the timer. So hopefully you don't run into any PMCs as you're trying to do this. Once you finish planting the device, the quest will update asking you to talk to Mechanic. You do not need to pick anything up or survive an extract from Labs to complete this step. When you return to Mechanic, he will give you the information that he got off of the flash drive that you planted in Labs and will give you the next step of your quest. But he will also ask you for the EMP fragment that you found in the Check 13 marked room. You will be given a choice to either give him the fragment or keep it for yourself. I chose to give it to Mechanic and he gave me 1 million rubles in exchange for the item. I wanted to point this out because one of my biggest complaints that I have with some of these main quests is that the quests don't really progress the story at all and they do not reward you for doing them. And it really feels like some of these main quests are just designed to waste your time. Thankfully, this quest actually gives something to you if you progress through it. After your conversation with Mechanic, the quest will update asking you to find a lead on the item 1156. To complete this step, you will need to go to Ground Zero and find a note in a locked room. Here is a map of Ground Zero and the location of the room. The key that you will need to open this room is a static spawn on this dead scientist near the room. Follow my path to the location of the key. If the key is not there, that means that someone else has already looted the key, and make your way up the stairs and continue my path until you reach this door. Once you open this door, you will need to check books all around the room for a note. I believe there are multiple spawn points for this note, but this is the location that I found it in. Once you read the note, the quest will update, and you do not need to survive an extract from Ground Zero to complete this step. The final step for this quest is for you to investigate the Rust Post Office on the Streets of Tarkov map. Here is the map of streets and the location of the quest. I would highly recommend that you bring your tape recorder into Raid so that way you can listen to the quest item in Raid and progress the quest. You will need to make your way into the post office in the middle of the streets map and find the room behind the post office. There is a long hallway that connects a lot of the stores on the street behind the post office, and you're going to want to make your way into this room. Once you enter this room, there will be a tape on the table. Once you play the tape, the quest will automatically update asking you to investigate the car outside the post office. Once you progress the quest, the car that you're looking for is this blue car that is in front of the post office, and you will need a key in order to unlock the back of the car. This is when you are going to need the Rust Postcar key. If you do not have this key, there is a spawn that is next to one of the wheels of the car, but I would just recommend having this on you before you start this quest. Once you open the door, there will be a folder in the middle of the car that you will need to pick up and read, and once you read it, the quest will automatically update and you have successfully completed the Blue Fire main quest, and you do not have to survive an extract in order to keep your progression. I wanted to thank you guys again for the support that I've gotten on these guides recently. I've been trying to progress as fast as I can through these main quests to get these guides out for you, but Tarkov is a very difficult and unforgiving game most of the time, so it's taking a little bit longer than I thought, so please bear with me. I will hopefully be able to finish more of these main quest guides in the next few weeks, but in the meantime, I'm going to take a small break from Tarkov for a couple of days and start posting my variety content on the channel again, and hopefully you'll stick around and give that variety content a chance. Destiny 2's new expansion, Renegades, has just came out, and I think I'm going to go back to that because, just like a toxic relationship, I just can't stay away.
I see my shadow, a pretender.
If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing to the channel for more gaming-related content. Please comment down below if this was helpful or if you encountered any glitches that I didn't cover in this video to help out the community. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!